film.
We have such sights to show you.
Welcome back to the Devil Made Me View It horror podcast. I'm Jesse Spitzer.
And I'm J.R. Lees.
And today we are going to be joined by a very special guest, a friend of ours. Garrett has been wanting us to watch a movie, and we watched that movie. And now we're going to talk about that movie. And that movie... go ahead.
Is the VelociPastor.
Yes.
It's a movie I've known existed for a couple of years. I avoided it like I avoid, walking on asphalt. Garrett has this thing where he likes to bring in, I don't know if he enjoys them, but he likes delivering them like a cat bringing you a dead mouse. Mm-hmm. Like, you've got to watch this. This is terrible. And I've always said, life is short. I don't have an hour and a half to watch something that's terrible. He's like, no, it's actually good. And I fought him. And then I know he talked to you and he talked to people we work with, and they all kind of go, this one's actually, if you had a head injury, it's really good. So
I'm excited.
This was, and it was one that when I finally started watching it, and it was, again, we wanted to watch it first and then decide if we're going to discuss it on the show. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh yeah, Spitzy's got to watch this. This is actually.
We are not going to run out of things to talk about.
Yeah. But we want to save it for when Garrett's with us.
Yes.
And I'm almost afraid of admitting it, but he's not on yet. He was right.
Yeah.
This is a fun movie. So with all that said, we're going to slide over and we'll come back with our guest and the VelociPastor.
So excited. And we are now joined with our very special guest, Garrett, who brought this movie to my attention. I guess Jason, you'd heard of it before, but I had never heard of it. And Gary, you want to kind of explain what this movie is?
It's pretty much all in the title. I mean, VelociPastor says it all.
That's
true.
You
have a pastor turns into a velociraptor.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's pretty much what it is.
It's
a very succinct ad campaign. This the name. That's it.
Yeah.
How did you come across this? Is it like a Tubi find, or was it?
My girlfriend enjoys good movies, and in this,
It's fine.
Yeah, we can just we'll cut around everything.
Your girlfriend.
So my girlfriend brought it to my attention. I don't remember if it came off a To Be Treasure list, but she finds a lot of To Be Treasure lists. But she found it and was like, "Oh, hey, let's watch this." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And yeah, that kind of led to, this is a terrible movie, but for some reason I find it very entertaining. So it's a good movie for that reason.
You see, and I feel like I have to disagree. I don't think this is a terrible movie. I think this is a movie that has just the dumbest premise. But as far as like executing on a plan, this movie succeeds on like everything it's trying to do. Definitely not for me, not my cup of tea so much.
I suppose I was more saying that you're right. It's more the premise meets work. The actual execution is very well done. Some of the acting, not so much. But
even the acting. I mean, for a movie, I just watched it again a few minutes ago because, again, masochist.
And it's only an hour 10 minutes long, so it's so digestible.
Yeah,
very much so. I also just watched it again.
Yeah. But what Spitzy just said is completely what it absolutely. This is what's so impressive about it. It wants to be VelociPastor, and it 100% succeeds at being VelociPastor. Now, Fast and Furious 11 does not succeed at being Fast and Furious 11. I don't think
that is very true. I actually turned Fast and Furious 11 off. I made it all the way through VelociPastor by choice.
Three times.
Three times.
But like it knows what it's doing, it's not phoned in. And I've now watched it the third time. Even with the sound off, I'm still watching. Everyone in it is okay. Now let's summarize for the. It's more than just the title. It is a $35,000 movie shot on film. Where a guy he made as I understand it from looking into it, he made a costume, a T-Rex costume for a play. They wouldn't use it; it was too scary. And when seeing the movie, you'd be like, "What? Who is this play for?" You know. Made a trailer for it in film school because it was a joke. And he says that his phone autocorrected Velociraptor to VelociPastor. I still call BS on that. But it's a really good story.
Yeah.
But most phones don't give you a made up word. So he made the movie, and it's just absolutely an intent. He knows what he was doing. Everyone filming it, if they didn't know what he was doing, they trusted him. But the plot is you have a gentleman, and this is how Garrett sold it to us. Watch the first 3 minutes, and I'm like,
For real.
okay, now I could. I mean, not even a joke. It's 3 minutes. If you can get past the first two, you get 1 more minute. And it starts off as it's a young man. It's clearly a stolen shot in a church because they never turned past. It's probably a church about to be condemned.
Yep.
He's on the pulpit. He's giving a and it's not overdone. He's not camp. He's not winking. He's giving a little sermon. It's a costume from Spirit Halloween.
Yep.
You know, it's $19. It's great. He gets done.
I'm sure
he
it was even $19.
It might have been Goodwill. It might have been Goodwill. I think I had that same costume, and it's $19.
Yeah, I was gonna say
He might have bought it. He might have bought it November 1st.
Honestly, you just need a white piece of paper. You just fold it. And
But the thing is, it's
he
clearly
used like the bandage instead of paper.
it's clearly a Halloween costume because it has the one and it's got the one with the sewing, which I love.
Most of the costumes in it appear to be Halloween costumes.
But again, they don't hide that fact. It's not like when you see a zipper back in the 50s in a monster movie, they want you to see the zippers on this. So in the first 3 minutes, and I'm watching this, I'm like, Garrett, you've sent some turds my way, and I've always had to apologize. But this is,
that's a two-way turd street there, sir. That is a two-way.
That's a
turd
medical
street.
condition we're not going to talk about right now. But it is 3 minutes, and the guy's giving the speech, and it's not bad. He goes outside. His mom and dad drive up in a car, and it's like everyone's waving, and it's just really kind of bad stuff's going to happen because you've seen the video box, and then he does this beautiful reaction as explosion goes off. His bomb goes off. And then his parents just blow up, and they cut back to the car, and it's just a street. And in text, the VFX, is it car fire or car explosion?
Something, yeah, explosion.
I believe it's explosion.
Yeah,
it's VFX explosion, not the explosion. It's just the street, and
a pristine, perfect, lovely day street. No car, just the street in the parking spot.
If you were gonna do the VFX, that is a shot you would have, and then the gag is. They just didn't have the money to do the effect. And it's so self-aware that it's a cheap movie, and it's so funny because it cuts back to him, and he's just... I'm going to pause for a second.
Yeah.
It's 5 minutes. And it's just... He comes back to it, and it's they cut back to the thing, because in the movie, they would go watch the fire again while he screams in pain, and they show the same shot, VFX fire, and Garrett was right. I'm saying it on the record... We will delete this later on. But Garrett was right. This was hilarious. So then we stopped it, and I randomly went to like an hour or 45 minutes into it just to see how I was at work. And I watched minute 40, and it's this, again, completely deliberate, and it's like a workout scene. And it's just like, it's all, okay, it's a guy working out, which is visually boring no matter what. And they add all these Brian De Palma moves and sliding panels of showing him, and he's not working out big. He's just like doing this.
No, it's like basic workout routine. I'm using the medicine ball.
Well, you guys are
almost stretching for a real workout. Yeah,
you guys are mistaking or misremembering that it's only half a workout montage. The other half is learning about God montage.
Oh yes. And the dinosaurs, because he has to learn about dinosaurs.
Right.
I love the book on
doesn't believe in dinosaurs.
All about dinosaurs. Oh my God.
One of my favorite lines was when they've decided that they're going to fight crime together, and Carol goes, "I don't know anything about God," and the main character goes, "I don't know anything about dinosaurs."
While watching this the first time, I texted that to Garrett because that line was so good. It might be attached to it at some point eventually. Anyway, to finish up the Citizen Kane of synopses, the family blows up. Our hero, the pastor at this point, his like life partner, not his life partner, his sponsors. Pastor, the gentleman who's training him.
Yeah, his mentor.
He tells him, well, that happens, so you need to go off and find yourself.
Still telling them, like in the worst way possible, all the bad things to do when you lose someone. He's like,
right.
"Oh, here, have a drink." Oh, that's what happens to your parents. They just die.
But they don't play off like dumb. It's literally it's staged like it's two guys at a bar, like they're in a noir. It's like, hey, buddy, I gotta have a drink now and get past my pain.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, it's two pastors and a sacramental wine or the sacrament, whatever the church wine is.
Well, then
and he chugs it. He chugs it out of a chalice.
Well, it also goes off the rails because then you got in the middle of the shot, you have the two of them talking, and then for whatever reason, there's two close-up shots of the same two people having the same conversation, although it's very clearly not the same shot, like take.
Yeah.
It's so off. That was so I saw the VFX car explosion. And I was like, oh, okay, this isn't Sharknado. Like this is like more akin to I think I compared it to Kung Pao Chicken. You ever see that? It's very similar to that, and like very just like dry humor, but it just presents it, and it's just like, you know, very ridiculous. And then that next shot happened, or that next scene happens where he's talking to his mentor, and they have that weird editing, and I'm just like, oh, this is just gonna be a great time. Like I'm so excited to see what, because like whoever made this is just having fun.
Well, you guys left out one of the most important camera works that there is in the whole thing, where just randomly it goes from the character off to wherever and just keeps going, and you're like, how long is this gonna go?
Yeah.
And you're like, this is long enough, and they go like 2 seconds longer just to make it.
And
like,
it's one of those things where the first time after the car explosion, it kind of goes up and over, and it could very well have been, okay, the scene's done and the camera's off, and then when they edit it, they weren't tight, and it was just a camera before they turned it off. But they keep doing it to let you know they're doing it intentionally. This isn't
it's on purpose.
You mentioned it's better than Sharknado, and I like the guy that made Sharknado, but it reminds me of Astron 6 and like the editor, and then the guys that kind of did Psycho Gorman and Father's Day and all these things where they just, it's like you said, dry. They really don't give two popes. Get it? Hey. They don't care if you catch it or not, because they're making these jokes, and it's not being like elitist, but there's things like they find there's a love scene, which makes sense in a movie about a pastor, and they do the whole thing, and it's very artsy, and it's very, very like oddly chaste, and at the end they get done. Oh yeah, we forgot one thing, and the camera has to go off on the wall because you have to have that shot. If they could find a fireplace, they would have. But from there, and again, I want to point out, it's not just three guys on the street. He goes to China, which for some reason has ninjas.
He walks to China.
Oh, that was one of my favorite lines too, because he's like, China really is from the East, or China really is East. Right. And it's like he's having an epiphany, and you're just like, what?
The way it's shot and edited too, it looks like he just walked to China, because he's like going through the woods and stuff, and then he just goes,
and China's
China.
And China's, it's like they shot it in Fort Dodge. It's just a couple of trees by the river.
It's like just some rando trees out with some grass.
Yeah. And I think it took me longer, I'm a bit slower than Spitzer, if I clap my hands, to make sure that, okay, this is intentional. Because I'm always in that point where I think grading short films, you kind of like, okay, maybe, is this, no, this is bad. But somewhere along there was, because the main actor is so deadpan serious, and he never blinks, and like, give him points, because I mean, even in big budget movies, the actors will look at the camera and kind of go, I know that this is a joke, right? Like I'm Benedict Cumberbatch. I know I'm making a Doctor Strange movie. I do important films also. This guy, he's in Schindler's List too. The main guy, he is serious. He is committed. When he lost his family and he has to go through all this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I was on board. I mean, the only thing I would fault about it is it probably could have been a shorter, but even then they make fun of it has to be an hour, of like an hour 10. But if I had any doubts, it was the Nam flashback. I have watched the Nam flashback 3 times, and I have shushed the room for the Nam flashback. Garrett, you need the honor of describing this the deer hunter.
I don't know. I'm not sure I can do it justice. I feel like you're more attached to the non-flashback.
Here's the beauty. So if you don't mind, the main character, his mentor, who's probably about 65. He's good. I don't think he knows he's a good actor, but you can tell he trusts the director. He's going to do everything that guy says. If the director told him, step here, and then it's in pain, he steps here and goes, like he's
no one on camera at any point gives the idea that like they're not invested in this.
They don't. They
are all very invested.
Right. Yeah. And I don't know how to get that kind of love. But I mean, just in general.
Well, apparently only pay like pennies because
But it can't be for money.
$35,000 on film is hard to do.
The budget's $35,000. That had to have paid for film processing,
Yeah.
all the stuff, and all the costumes from Kmart.
No, if you're in this,
But-
you're in it for love of the game. Like,
You gotta love this guy.
Yeah.
So the Nam flashback, it's again, it's Nam, which is probably way too long for this guy. This guy would have been, he's 65. He would have been 10.
I love that they de-aged him by just throwing a blonde wig on him.
It's a blonde wig
Oh
that
yeah, and
comes
you
out.
could see his hair through it, his actual hair through it. So it was
And
like
it's-
blonde brunette through the blonde.
The same
blonde again.
mustache. The helmet's not quite fitting. He's wearing clearly brand new camouflage from duck hunting, not military.
Yeah, it's
the guy next to him has
all
Reeboks.
have different kinds of camo. Like only one of them is wearing actual Nam correct camo,
And even that,
and the
it's-
rest of them are just like, oh, this one's hunting camo. This one's a totally different camo.
And they have to mention, here in the VC, here in the Nam, and it's just like it's so they know what they're doing. And so
And
buddy
the guys
walks-
in the background are wearing blue jeans instead of the green
blue
fatigues.
jeans, but they have like Reeboks on wherever the shoes are. His rifle's clearly a BB gun. So the guy walks up, he's just smoking, and he's like giving thus. If you say AI, find me, no AI. If you type into a box and say, give me the speech someone gives before they die in a war movie, it will give you the guy, someday you're gonna have a family, you're gonna have a kid, and he's gonna smile like me. You're gonna tell that kid, you named him after me because I smile. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't terrible, but it was.
Yeah, he literally says like, "I'm going to be the guy that got out of this war without getting hit by a single bullet or something like that." Like it's just,
And then 3, 2, 1.
Yep, bullet.
And then but he takes a big drag. He falls down and dies. And our hero is distraught. Our mentor with his wig on, and the guy's still
smoking.
Smoking.
the
the
cigarette's in his
smoke is
mouth.
still
And
coming
there's
out. I laugh
plumes.
every single time
And
I saw that.
And I'm like, it's one of the, he has to lay totally still, and they don't care. They know that in a cheap movie, people blink and they breathe. Not only do they not care, he's still inhaling on the cigarette and exhaling on the cigarette, inhaling, but he's not moving. So he's selling it, but he's just, maybe it's his death rattle and it's inhaling. But then the most joyous thing ever, because he's sitting there, he just lost his friend. They have a flashback right then to 8 seconds ago where the guy was talking the story about smiling. He comes out of it, because he's still covered in blood from his friend, and then his girlfriend back home, in out of country, is going, "Hey, I'm here. We should be together." And he's like, "What are you, Adeline or something?" The guy's, it's a good little scene. He comes running towards her, and then they do the 2-shot, and like you can see what he's going to step on, not close up. It's just there. Maybe it's not, but I thought I saw it. Hits the mine, splat. The one VFX they couldn't afford for the car, they put it on this
Exactly.
thing. It goes splat.
They did. Like she just disappears into a little
it's a
mist
plop.
of blood and jumps.
But it's a mist, and it's also clearly a bucket of blood in his face, and it's the reddest blood. It's not ketchup. It's like stage blood.
Yeah,
he's covered up. This guy who's not an actor just deadpans for 30 seconds, gore on his face, screaming in shock.
His two
buddies, the buddies behind steal this movie.
Yeah,
they run up and
they're just sitting there going. Huh?
They reacted as though he just like had a lottery scratcher turn out to not have any money. They reacted like it's like, oh man, tough break.
Yeah, I don't think we can save her, I believe is one of the lines. Or no, she's too far gone is what it was. And she's blown into chunks. And the answer was she's too far gone.
Yeah. Great stuff.
You left out the part where that scene also takes place. Definitely not in a jungle.
Oh yeah.
But like it's just a rando forest somewhere in North America where it's all coniferous trees, and you're just going, okay. And they have like rusted, like they went to a store and just said, hey, we have some of your scrap wire, and they like jam it in and put a helmet on it and spray paint it brown to make it look rusted.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But then the friends behind, like I said, like they didn't win the lottery ticket. They can't help her at all. And then as they zoom in on his face, and it's just like, now this normally would just be to zoom on the horror. It's going to resolve the present. One of the guys off camera kind of goes, she looked like someone who wanted to start a family. And it just kills me, because it's like, that is just in case we didn't have enough sadness for the mentor.
Yeah.
And it comes back and he's walking down the street with the same blonde wig. When I got home, I decided I should probably look into being a pastor.
Yeah.
Into the clergy.
Right, because we transition into this flashback because he wants to get our main character exercised so that he doesn't have the dinosaur in him anymore. So he takes him to a guy named Altair, I think, who looks
It
like
was
Dave
something like that,
Navarro from
He
Chance
does.
Addiction.
That's who it was. I couldn't remember. He looked like somebody.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's the only one that doesn't realize that he's in a movie because he's just like crazy acting.
He's
like
giving his
just
all.
crazy.
Yeah, I love
His acting is the most believable out of any of them. Because you're just like, I don't think he's acting. I think that guy was literally told, "Hey, this is what's going on."
Yeah, I like his because he's like a Satanist. I'm assuming, right? Like,
That's what they put him out to be.
yeah, and there's a great line that he has that I was like, oh, this would generally be like kind of a cool moment in any movie, but I like that it's in this little silly movie where he evokes the demon out of the VelociPastor. The VelociPastor plucks out his mentor's eye and then runs out of the room. And there's this great moment where the Satanist is just like, "What have I done? I've released the beast." And then like I just kind of got the sense that he's just like, "Oh wait, no, that's actually something that's cool that I would want to do."
Because that scene stuck with me this last go through way more than it had the other two. Because he like leans back into it, all proud of himself, going like, "Yeah."
Yeah, it's good stuff.
And don't forget when he plucks the eye out, because I didn't catch that any of the first two times either.
Mm-hmm.
The Velociraptor gloves.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's just good film.
And they weren't even like Velcroed on. Like the Velcro's hanging down by like 4 inches, and you're just like, huh.
Yeah. Good stuff.
See, that's
So
that's just Jaws. They know to hold back the whole monster till the end.
And
basically, the gloves are like the barrels.
The gloves come up later too. Spoiler alert for VelociPastor, but because for whatever reason his hands are immune to whatever magic makes him.
Oh yeah, the magic arrow.
Right. It's just like
I don't think you can spoil. I don't think you can spoil VelociPastor.
Have you seen an action movie? Then you probably know the plot pretty well.
Well, the plot wise, even at the end, I mean, you can ruin jokes, which we're doing left and right. But as far as the plot goes, you can't. Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah. I do have to say that they did spend, or they appear to have actually spent some money on the hooker's wardrobe and the pimp's wardrobe.
I bet you
they look like legit.
I bet you $8 of Spitzer's money that's the actor's wardrobe. I bet they brought their own clothes.
You talking about Frankie Mermaid?
Yeah,
Frankie Mermaid.
Frankie Mermaid.
I forgot his name too. As far as a rock star, he shaved his head. Now he's not shaven head. He has long hair. He shaved the top and did like left 4 hairs for a comb over.
Like the Homer Simpson comb over kind of situation.
But I mean,
what he
here's
had
a guy,
going on. But he still had long hair, and you could tell in some of the shots where it had been long enough that stubble had grown.
Stubble grew up, and it's a full head of hair. So he shaved off a year's worth of a mane. And I'm like, if you do that, it like again in a studio picture, you get like a $5,000 stipend for shaving your head to save on the makeup. Like in Chainsaw 2, Bill Moseley shaved his head for Chop Top, and they go like, "Here's $5,000. I'll shave it twice. Can I get more money?" Because it saves time on the makeup process.
Right.
This guy does it because his character would be.
Yeah. It just makes sense.
Just a love letter. I'm gonna have to spend $100 on this DVD.
No, it was more than 100. It was $250 when we.
It's 101.26. I checked it.
Oh, it changed.
I checked it an hour ago. The $200 copy probably sold, but there's no.
Wait,
tell me the
DVD or on Blu-ray, because it was the Blu-ray that was $250.
Oh, that's true. I took the DVD. Yeah, I'm not gonna spend $200. That's silly.
The VelociPastor bubble is about to burst, so just hold out a little longer. I think you.
Well, we did leave out a few lovely little nuggets too. I guess I don't know how much of the movie you want to ruin for everybody, but like the fake blood being good for some scenes and it looked like Tabasco sauce for others.
Yeah, we were let's see, who else? We just talked about the Nom. We talked a little after that. It's coming up.
Oh, and we shouldn't give away the twist, but there is one really well done twist.
I wouldn't even mention that at all because that's no matter how you say that, it sounds bad.
Wait, what are we talking about?
The twist in the movie that you didn't see coming.
Which one? With the brother? Or we'll edit this out.
We're not talking about this. We're not giving it away, man.
No, I know. I'm saying we're gonna edit this out, but I'm just so I don't spoil the thing you guys are talking about.
Yeah,
Okay.
Let's rejoin with. I'll just we'll go from there. If I find the waveform.
Do you want me to count us in?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a count.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, and then as far as a culmination of art, the final fight, which is the second fight after the first fight, when they really just let the blood flow, and we finally see the Velociraptor, which I still bet in the script was a T-Rex because they came with the title. I'm sure it was afterward.
Yeah,
When you have
it had to have been. There's no way.
He made the movie. He had an idea years ago, and then he's like, "Wait a minute, why don't I call it this?" But he had the suit. This fight at the end, we know it's about a minute 55, and it's after everyone's been hurt and there's death everywhere, and but now we're mad, and here comes the fight, and he turns into the full blown T-Rex pastor. I'm making up names. We're watching this, and my wife, who again is smarter than I am, she points out that you can see, because when it's in a rubber suit, and everyone online is saying it's the paper mache. Shut up!
It's not. It tears. It tears during the fight.
Yeah, and it's rubber, and
it's tearing, and it's not paper mache. It's like flexing like it's rubber. It's a rubber suit.
It's a rubber suit, and it's a nice throwback. You can see where his head is, and it goes the actor's head, the performer, his head, and then it goes down where the monster head is, and then his doing the jaws from inside. My wife goes, "You can see his head," and then I'm like, "Going, that's what threw you off from the movie. You can see his head." Yeah. And she kind of goes, "Yeah, you're right," but you can still see the head. And now she's doubling down on it. But it's just and they don't overdo it. Here's the monster, and then there's just so much love in this movie. You have two characters in the end standing off for the fight, and they're not doing. There's back and forth yelling, and you have characters in the background who are just in the camera shot, moving a little bit. They could just walk over here, not be in shot. It wouldn't be a problem. But they're back there just to add a little bit of like production value. Yeah. And they kind of come off as like NBC, like the video games. They're not, but then
there's literally a guy that's just like kind of like scratching his arm, just kind of. It's so natural looking. It's so funny.
One of them, Carol, like it was right towards the end of it, and he said his line, and they hadn't cut yet. And if you watch, the Carol character just kind of stops moving and just kind of looks over to see, are we done? But doesn't say anything, just looks to see if they're done.
I have to say, the actress that plays Carol, is so good in this. Like the way that she delivers some of those lines, especially early on, it feels like she doesn't know that she's like in a movie in a weird way. Like she's like the most grounded. No, for sure.
Yeah.
No,
and
I'm
normally
not.
That performance would distract you from like when someone else around them is in a bad movie and they're really good. Yeah. And it kind of throws you off. It's kind of like watching Renee Zellweger in Chainsaw 4, who's really good in that one, and then McConaughey's pretty good, but he's still going crazy, and everyone around him is terrible. You're like, but no, in this one, Carol, she makes them better.
Yeah, it's like I'm not for 100%. I think that she is just genuinely a brilliant actress. Like
if she doesn't get work off this, there is no VelociPastor God.
My favorite line is when so he saves her. She's about to get mugged in the park, and he shows up. This is the first time he transforms, I believe. And he rips the guy apart, and he wakes up the next morning, and she kind of goes into his room, and he's undressed and in bed, and she's like, they're having a conversation, and the bit is that he thinks they're talking about how they had sex the night before.
It's Three's Company. It's a sitcom joke.
Right.
Yeah.
But totally actually, she's talking about how he turned into a dinosaur and killed somebody. And my favorite line is
ate somebody because he ate like half of them.
My favorite line is, he's just like, well, was it good? And she was like, yeah, it was fantastic. Like, you were amazing. And he was like, was it your first time? And she just goes, yeah.
And it's totally, you can see both sides of it, because he's thinking that they just hibbity dibbity. Yeah. She's like, yeah, it's my first time I saw a person turn into a dinosaur, eat somebody. But it's not hokey like when someone's like on Three's Company, when someone hears half the conversation, we're like, okay, whatever, you're not groaning. Yeah. You're kind of like,
it's good. It's very, very good.
That is a very good scene. You're not wrong. Like the person who plays Carol is insanely good on all of the scenes, because when she needs to be crazy, she has like the look in her eyes of actual crazy, and you're just like, wow, that's talent right there, to just be able to turn that on and turn that back off again.
I also like when she reveals that she's an escort. He's like, you're an escort? And she's like, yeah, I'm also in pre-med, but that doesn't get the same reaction from people. No.
Pre-med law. She's both a lawyer doctor. Well, and that's one of her lines. She's like, the demand for lawyer doctors is not really all that high.
Oh my gosh.
So good.
I'm going to have to buy this movie. We have to like, And I only want to buy.
Your
I
wife
only
will blame me for that. No, you can't buy this
but
movie.
no, there's certain, and I've found everything I could of the guy talking when he's been interviewed, and maybe maybe they'll talk about it on on two, the Passion of the Raptor, what is it gonna be called? Because it's so, and it's having watched it 3 times now. I'm like, there's no way that this is not. It's not The Room. It's not so bad. It's good. It's 100%. There's a bit at the end. This is the genius part. Again, I'm saying genius a lot, and I mean it. There's a big fight at the end. There's a very sad thing that happens. It's a big fight. Someone gets hit. Someone dies. Right. There's ninjas everywhere. Did we mention ninjas? Ninjas.
Oh,
Why not?
Yeah, ninjas. We kind of left that one out.
But there's so much to leave out. But again, it's not a packed movie. It's what it is. And doors open and the big bad walks out, who's not a big bad. It's the kind of
don't
jokes.
forget, the ninjas are sad about that person.
That's what I'm saying. That's the joke.
It's just
you have the doors of Mordor, the battles is ensuing. We lose a hero, and then the guys in the background, the other ninjas, kind of just go. Yeah. And again, they're ninja masked, right?
Yeah.
So it's a pantomime, and they're sitting there, and there's a tall one, and they're sitting there, and then they just stop fighting and kind of go, oh.
You just get the sense that they're just kind of bummed about the situation.
They're bummed, and they're not crying. It's not like the spell was turned off, and they're good. It was just like,
oh man, that's rough.
Man, that's
you hate to see it.
She was going to be pre-med, and she was going to do things with life.
She looked like she wanted to make a family.
and then. Now I want to pull the mask off, same actors or not. It's obviously made by people that love film, and they're tearing apart. It's kind of like when you burn a ditch so it grows again. Mm-hmm. Let's just kill all these tropes and redo it. Oh
yeah.
No, I'm gonna have to. I have to know how much is intentional.
And I know there's no better way to kill a joke than to explain it, but I can't get across, like, this is a very dumb premise, but a very, very smart movie. And like a lot of the jokes are very well crafted. One of the things is after his war buddy gets killed in the flashback, he's writing a letter to his family. And it's like, dear so-and-so, I'm sorry to inform you that your son has been killed. And then he just writes ellipses instead of continuing the letter. Yeah. There's so many great moments like that. The other one that comes to mind is go ahead.
There's so much of it where you don't notice it the first time through because you're just looking at it in just sheer and utter shock and awe of, what is this? What?
Yeah, it hits you.
And then you watch it again, and you're like, oh my God, I missed that.
Yeah.
Like, I totally missed during one of the split screens and effects that they're doing. The background is a stained glass window. I missed that until the third time through.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
I also got to say, the music in this is unironically fantastic. Like, every track in this is great.
Well, it's great. A lot of times you have the cheap punk because they have a guy in a basement playing guitar. But this is actually a pretty good score, and it really kind of fits.
I love the main theme.
Yeah,
it's great.
It's coming out on 8-track next week. The one that I didn't notice until the second time, and I think I don't even know why. She comes in the apartment. It's her apartment. The hooker with the pre-med and all this kind of stuff. And he's crashing in her apartment because he's a monster. Mm-hmm. And he's not on the bed. He's at the foot of the bed, covered in newspaper.
Yes.
And they don't dwell on it. Yes. It's not. It's just. And it's one of those.
That was the other joke that I was going to bring up. Is like, it's so funny because you've seen that shot in so many movies of like Werewolf in London, where he wakes up in the streets and stuff. You see these shots of these people like waking up and they're using a newspaper as a blanket or whatever. But yeah, it's the fact that it's just happening in her apartment. It's just and
they pan
and
past
it's
the bed,
normal.
Right?
And they no one. There's no double take. There's no look at it twice. There's not even like a Leslie Nielsen sort of like wink. Oh my God! And I want to see them do a TED Talk or like the Alley Center or something. So they can all kind of go, we know what we're doing, and I just want to be justified. There's certain, we watch a lot of movies, all of us.
Yep.
This is one of those ones that's underneath. It's got in my head. I want to know every facet of it. I don't need to know every facet of, but it's like you'll see something. I've got a bunch of these kind of the way my brain's wired. I can't let it go. I have to find this guy and say, dude, just between me and you, okay? how long did you just
Hey,
steal the
hey,
newspapers?
I want to know too. So if you get that info, you
Well, I
have
will
to share.
forward
You
it to you.
don't have to do it in the
But
podcast.
that could be our first
but
interview.
You got to
It's
tell
little
me.
stuff. It's like, okay, the newspaper joke, right? Is that one paper, or did you just see it and do it, or was when you're writing it, you planned on bringing a paper to set that day?
Yeah.
There's another genius. Why I know it's intentional. There's a bit at the end when someone, not saying who, because spoilers, has their head ripped off, right? And it's in the camera, the back of their head. The hero's over here, pulls the head off, and it's a decent stump, right? And about the moment when you're looking at it, you're going, "Oh, that's probably it's a foam head," and you're seeing the back of it, and the gore's hanging down, and it's all one long scream. This guy's not an asthmatic. He holds
But
it up,
at
and he's
that
like,
point, it actually looks fairly good.
it does. Oh
Right.
no, this stump, the meat hanging down is one of the better
Yeah.
effects, and it's nice and connected. And there's blood coming down, and he holds it up, and the camera kind of pulls back, so you see a bit more. And right when you start thinking, not like dissing it. Oh, it's it's not a real head.
Right.
If it was, this is the most well elaborately hidden snuff film ever. But he
Yeah.
holds it up, and then all of a sudden, as right when you're going, oh, that looks kind of like a fake head, he turns it around, so you see the dummy head that wigs come on with eyebrows and stuff put
Yeah,
on.
I was going to say the
Facial hair,
massive
glued
eyebrows
on.
and facial hair because he has no hair. The character has no hair,
Which
and
is-
the eyebrows are like put
Oh.
everyone else's eyebrows to shame.
That was a
this-
thought I had when he rips that head off. My immediate thought was, oh, okay, I see why this character is bald, because you could just pull this off with a bald dummy head and it's easy.
Mhm.
But yeah, then they just turn it around anyways
To make sure.
This
But
is
also, it's like I don't know if the director made the head or he hired someone, but still, it takes the tenacity, because we don't cuss, to okay, here, make this stump neck, make this severed head, and do a lot of work on it, and do layers so it peels off right, and do like the K&B, the tendrils of flesh, so when it pulls off, it looks good. By the way, I'm going to turn it around a second later. We're going to see the masking tape and like the magic marker eyebrows and stuff. But like, okay, but do a really good job here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the definition of kill your babies, of like to really put the work in.
Mhm.
And for a joke, it's like you watch the crews on SNL when they have like the silly stuff. They get mad when the gag doesn't work. Like what was the one they did? They did a Total Recall, and they had a character being help me out, Gary. You know this one.
The
Uatu.
Quantu, yes.
Yeah, that's that thing. They did that on SNL, and then when the crew getting mad because they saw the seam. That's SNL. These guys here, they put all their money in one severed neck, and then they go, by the way, we're going to show
check this out.
the thumb face on this a minute later, and like the guy doing the effects is like going, Gary, come on, man, I'm doing this for free. Oh, I love this movie.
Well, yeah,
Garrett,
I do,
hate
but
you,
doing
but I
it
love
for
this movie.
free.
Oh yeah,
I gotta say, just like, I already love this movie more just from talking about it, because I didn't have anyone to talk to about this because I could not convince my wife to watch it with me.
Oh yeah,
fair enough.
When she was in yesterday and we were talking about it, and she's like, no, and I'm like, oh, come on.
Yeah, this is not her cup of tea, but yeah, it's really not my cup of tea either, but it really is like the amount of love and like just so clearly this was made by people that are just love the action genre, like the 80s action genre.
and they've watched it closely. They know
and
all
they
the
worked
Yeah.
so hard on it. You can tell all the
Yeah, this
effort
was
and
not
work
lazily
they
put
in it.
together. It was
That's the key. It's not lazy filmmaking. This is
Nope.
this is passion, right?
They lack the budget, but they do not lack the drive at all.
Yeah. Well, and the
And-
filmmaking. There's go ahead, Garrett.
I believe we also haven't talked about the twist that I definitely didn't see coming, and I assume that you guys didn't see coming, but it does make the movie like way more.
It actually justifies
Real?
a second watch.
It adds actual depth to it that you're like, what?
Yeah.
Well, they throw in, and not to ruin it, so they have something for watching. They throw in that third act reveal that makes you want to watch it again to see. It's not like The Sixth Sense where the whole thing changes, but you're like, oh wait a minute, this is all intentional, and then you watch it again. It wasn't a last minute thought. It was
Yeah.
there, seated the whole way
And
across.
I will say I did clock the twist because of a line from earlier in the movie, and we might edit this out because it might be too spoilery. But there's a moment where he has a flashback about his parents, and his dad literally like just says something that's just not true, but it also would make no sense for him to say it at that moment. And I was like, that's a really weird line. And then
Why would you say that?
right? And then later on, it's just like, oh, now that's even a weirder line, but I get why it's there.
Yeah. I guess I didn't clock that the first time through, because you're right, that line really doesn't fit. But at the
But
same
it's
time,
hidden in
that
another.
also implies that the dad is mentally stable too. So
Yeah.
you might be jumping to conclusions.
It's true. I don't know.
Okay, in an era where we have in the action movies where the bad guy has the unmasking and he pulls it off, and oh my God, it's my brother. Oh my God, it's my uncle. Oh, it's my high school friend. It goes back to Star Wars. It goes back longer than that.
Sure.
At the end, when a character is wearing a mask where you can clearly see their face underneath it, and they play it off like you can't see who it is. I just love that. That they just go, okay, I'm then watch this, and it's just full on. It's Bucky. You know, he's a Winter Soldier. No, it's just.
Yeah.
But you feel like when you're watching this movie, you feel like you're in the hands of someone who loves movies as much as you do. And that's probably what half the attraction is, because you're going,
Yeah.
I hate when Garrett's right.
It's certainly like, this isn't really.
Hey, that's twice now.
Yeah. I'm not really a big fan of this style of comedy generally. Like the parody style. It does a thing that I do love though, where it takes a bit and then it keeps going with that bit until you are like, oh, I'm over this bit 100%, and then they go just a little bit further with it, and then it's just like,
exactly.
no, it's funny again.
Yeah.
The thing that comes to mind is the laughter. The evil laughter.
Oh yes, that laughter.
So it's just like, oh, okay, I get it. That's okay. The bit is that like he's an awkward laugher, and they're all doing an evil laugh together. You've seen this bit a million times, but it just keeps going.
Powers. Yeah,
exactly. But, yeah,
well, they do it once, and it almost comes off as is the director's off camera saying, okay, do it again louder. Okay, now do it again with more emotion. And they just didn't edit it right. But then they do it. It's a callback later on, which proves it's and again, analyzing a joke is the worst thing to do.
I know, but
a movie called VelociPastor, we have to point out that this is
you were not laughing at this movie. You were laughing with it.
You're not punching down.
Yes.
This is one that be raised up. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff.
And
just a heads up, we're at
VelociPastor 2.
Yes.
This is true.
Yes, because and the trailer for that, I don't know if you two watched it.
I have not yet.
That is also cinematic gold with miniatures.
Oh boy.
Yeah, like they straight up pull out like D&D style minis and have it like on a castle, and it's just you need to watch it.
Okay.
The trailer is fantastic.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure the movie will be nothing like it, but the trailer is great.
They have a year to have finish it, and then I will. Oh man,
and then we'll be back here doing this podcast again.
This is one of those things too, where it's like this sequel could be awesome, but it could also just be like the worst. Like this is where we're gonna learn if they know why the first one was so good.
Yeah.
Because if they keep the momentum going, like keep it in the same vein, I think it could be something awesome, especially when you have so much things that you can call back to from the first movie.
Agreed.
But yeah, I'm just hoping I hope they don't get a big budget that goes to their head. Or something.
Maybe they'll pull like the.
Hey, maybe they'll go up to 40K.
I think it's like in the millions. I think they have like.
That makes me a little nervous.
But I mean, an actual backer. I mean, I think you at this point. Let's face it, $35,000. That'll cover film stock. It won't cover insurance. So they probably shouldn't have made the movie.
That's
legally.
true.
Nowadays, if it's like $2 million or $5 million, that's just paying your lawyers to make sure you own the movie. That's covering the insurance.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's not a lot of money because they didn't pay any of that money for like probably the poster probably cost $5,000. You know, you think about how much maybe not. Maybe they know a guy. But maybe they'll do like Edgar Wright, like the Cornetto trilogy, Shaun of the Dead, and Hot Fuzz, and one's going to be like a American Wolf in London kind of movie. Maybe the next one's going to be their Aliens, where it's not, it's a war movie.
Oh,
I would love to see a war movie. The whole thing is going to be a movie with a flashback to VelociPastor, first one.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what happens.
I think as far as like, I have a hard time, Garrett. I'm sorry, I love you. I'm not sure I love you, but that too. Watching a bad movie when there's only so many days left in your life. I don't know why you do it. I don't know why Randy does it.
Don't even try and sell it like that.
But I know, but it's weird because everyone loves what they love, and like I know there are dogs that I love that are just garbage. I will sit here and fight for Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, which is a terrible movie, and half of it's a flashback. This is actually better put together than that.
What's the? Sorry. Go ahead.
But I mean, this little subgenre of not, I don't want to say smart and be like snobby, but like they know it's not luck. It's not lazy. It is
Self-aware.
They didn't get a film like, okay, start talking and ad lib the whole thing. This is oddly so planned out. This is something like Hot Fuzz, where all the jokes pay off at the end. It's something kind of like I said, Astron 6, who did the editor, where it's just they know what they're doing and they don't care if you laugh or not because they think it's funny. You know.
They did it for them, and they did it because they love it. Is how it comes across.
It's a love movie. Yeah, it's not a cash grab. It's not trying to get some money.
Yeah,
we have to like listen to Garrett more often now.
I know. What the heck?
I mean, that's going to set a precedence.
I mean, let's not get crazy here, because I haven't even told you guys some of the other terrible ones that I've had to watch.
Because he'll send me. He'll walk in and say, "Hey, here's this. It's film B. Don't."
Yeah.
Life's too short.
It's a fine line between VelociPastor and everything else that's on Tubi.
Well,
and that's the thing.
There is the Explorer one that I told you that would also fit. That was very well done as well, but it's not like funny well done. It's just well done.
It's earnest.
Right now, I want to say this delicately because Garrett has infected my wife. Her algorithm on her phone right now. She's sitting at home. And she just texted me, "Why is my phone giving me things like Yeti, the Beast from like 1977, and just garbage?" And then look up Yeti from '77. It's on Tubi, and she's like, "We're not watching this." I'm going, "Well, now we are." I'm going to out Garrett. It's a 20-foot tall Yeti, and then it's a 30-foot tall.
I have another one. It just came up today on Amazon while I was watching this on Amazon for free. Zombie Beavers.
Zombie! It's Zombievers.
Yeah.
Zombievers. Zombievers. There's a delicate difference because Zombie Beavers is about no, I'm kidding.
Right.
I mean, it's kind of about both from what I saw for the preview.
That's funny because the cast, I've never seen it, but the cast from Zombievers shows up in like other stuff. Like I think it's Canadian, so like any TV show shot in Canada, and you go through the cast list, and all of a sudden their other credit besides Riverdale is Zombievers. I'm like, what? Okay, I don't want to watch this. Garrett, don't make me watch this. I'm going to have to watch this.
Just a heads up, we are at 55 minutes total. There will be some...
A little cut down from the break in the middle. Yeah.
So we'll try get to the wrap up soon.
Garrett, you beautiful bastard, you! I'm telling you, this was such a fun little. This is you need to watch the editor still because I think this would be a good companion piece because it's not as surprising as this one, but it has some of the same. Actually, has some of the same. That's going to stink because I lent it to you once. The editor.
I know you. I still own it. I still have it. I think I still have your copy.
I might have bought a new copy then.
Okay, because I know I have it at home. I just
recently
went
through
it
all.
To
me.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I just recently went through all of my DVDs because we're kind of getting rid of some old stuff, and I found the copy of the editor. I don't remember you lending it to me. I don't know anything about this movie, and I think
I lent it to you when you were still
like in college. Yeah.
I think you had it for a. And then I bought a new copy.
You lent that to me, and you lent Hobo with a Shotgun. Yeah.
Both are classics. Yeah, Gary, have you seen that one?
I've not seen Hobo with Shotgun.
Hobo with Shotgun
I've heard good things.
Rutger Hauer. It's another one of the Grindhouse movies, and I put Hobo with Shotgun above Tarantino's Death Proof.
I haven't seen that either. I've been kind of terrible
I guess.
I
don't want to make you watch it because it's not going to top.
I want to watch those.
That
honestly,
movie,
I just have never watched them.
Hobo with a Shotgun has one of my favorite lines in anything, which is he's done asking for change, now he's demanding it. I love that so much. I got the tingles when I first heard that.
It's when Rutger Hauer passed away, people were talking about that above like Blade Runner and above actual important movies, and they go, yeah, but Hobo, he got a star in that one,
Yeah. It's like when Peter Jackson dies, it's gonna be all
I hope it's all Meet the Feebles. I hope it's Meet the Feebles and like Dead Alive and forget the everything else.
Yeah.
Garrett, I'm gonna say on record, thank you. We can delete this, right? This is
Aren't you the editor? I feel like
we're past the hour mark. This is gonna stop like a Holy Grail kind of movie. I want to say thank you, Garrett, for being our first and probably only guest.
Yeah. I think this
also as far good.
No, I going into this, I was a little hesitant with three people talking at once, but I think this was great. So I think this is just a great.
Well, I mean, you think about it, the three of us combined make one functioning human being, so it kind of makes sense. It's like a monologue. And now
I think you're giving us more credit than you did.
But I do want to point out now at the very end of this that if anyone's gotten this far and is wondering why Garrett's box is a animated dinosaur. Because why
I
not?
can't believe we never brought that up. That's all right.
We had to be in honor of VelociPastor. It's intentional. We didn't lose the foot. Didn't lose the footage. We wanted to have the clearest representative of Garrett's spirit animal, and that is a CG public domain dinosaur head in the upstairs work kitchen at our jobs.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right.
Hey, it's what I look like in real life.
That's the real you underneath of Bruce Wayne. Okay, guys. So if you want to chime in on the socials that are in the corner right there. We don't need to say this time. There's too many digits. If you've seen VelociPastor and if you think it has a chance of being topped by VelociPastor 2, and if you think you want to chip in to buy me the $100 DVD, I don't need a Blu-ray. I'm not greedy. I'll just do the $100 DVD.
We should add a Venmo to the bottom of the screen for the Jason.
No, I want it to be one of the people that are sick and they lose their house. They donate there on the list of things they donate to. Help me out. What's that called?
I'm not sure.
It's all the charity. The charity, but
like GoFundMe.
Like a GoFundMe, yeah. It's like the kid's sick, the house caught on fire, there's a shooting.
Yeah.
Jason wants to get a Blu-ray.
Oh yeah.
Below that it got, so.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, this is also my long way of saying, Jesse, can I have the editor back, please? It's only been a decade.
Yeah, let me watch it
actually,
first.
I have bought it a copy. So anyway.
That's funny.
All right. We're going to say goodnight right now while Garrett's drinks. And so next week we're going to do Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
I am so beyond
I'm really tempted to come back for that.
That would be fun. If you want to come back, if we can figure out the timing on it. Killer Clowns. Go ahead,
Jesse will attest to this. The first time I watched it, I came in and was like, hey, because I know he loved it.
Okay, Jess? Oh, he's
oh my God. Are you going to show me the toy?
Yeah.
You're going to show me the, oh yeah.
I'm a big fan of Killer Clowns. I got to find a way to display this all, but I got a little shorty.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's a thing of beauty.
And that's why I knew, because you had bought those things and I was like, I've never seen that movie. And then it just happened to be on and I was like, click. Oh my God, this is movie masterpiece going on right here.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this. My brother got this for me for my birthday.
Oh my gosh. I always think that like Mars Attacks ripped off those guns right there. Breck. This is one that I don't even know where I saw it the first time. I knew it was in a magazine. I owned it, probably got it cheap somewhere, a cheap bin. And somehow my kid saw it and he talks about it like it's I don't know when I would have showed it to him because it's nothing that I'm like, oh, hey, Thomas, you have to watch. I made him watch Halloween, the thing, and he loves all this stuff. Somehow he's adopted Killer Clowns as being like his movie. Yep. He brags to his friends about it. I'm like, when did you see it the first time? Like, well, I'm going to find out before next week. I was looking on your shelves and I thought that looked kind of like I shouldn't watch it. So then it became his identity for a long time. Oh my God.
That explains a lot.
My mother.
It really does. Yeah.
My mother showed me it when I was a kid and it was weirdly enough one of the movies that I just didn't scare me. I just loved it. I loved the colors. I loved the music. Everything about it was just so fun.
Well, it's like this one. Like they put a lot of work into being creative. The shadow puppet thing. That's a lot of work. Yeah, it's one of the greatest matte paintings at the end. They go inside the thing. It's like that's an incredible amount of work.
Yeah, we gotta save the juice.
Anyway, yeah, that will be. Maybe we'll have to have Thomas on to talk about it one of these times.
Oh, that'd be cool.
We'll just be quiet and let Garrett and Thomas argue about anything. So.
Eventually, we'll just have a whole panel of people on, and we can just kind of sit back and listen. That'd be kind of neat.
Popcorn and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, Garrett, again, thank you for coming. Thank you for being our first guest. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
And
thanks for bringing such a.
In spite of the fact you tried to put me on video.
No, what are you talking about? You are on video. You're a dinosaur.
It's totally you.
Don't break the illusion.
It's okay. Now we have all the conspiracy nuts that are just going to watch it over and over again and be like, oh, it's a reptile.
Garrett should have feathers. If there's a real, accurate Garrettosaurus, it would have feathers on it.
Not the dino nerds.
Supposed to be.
They, the dinosaur nerds hate VelociPastor because
they united against it. Yeah,
he's barely a velociraptor. Like there's not that much raptor about him, really. We gotta wrap this up.
We gotta wrap this up.
Yeah, check us all on all the socials, as Jason said. Email us at TDMMVIpod@gmail.com as well. Any questions, any opinions, anything you want to say, you want to tell us your favorite ice cream, whatever. And until next time, I'm Jesse Spitzer.
And I'm Jerry Lees, and that's Garrett.
And that's
somewhere on the
Garrett.
screen.
And that he's not, you know.
He's okay.
Actually known as Gert.
Gert, he's the
he's
Gertosaurus. All right.
And yeah, this is Devil Maybe View It. Thanks for tuning in.
All right. Thanks, guys.